Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. It is Michelle with Moksha Grace Coaching, and thank you and thank yourself for joining me for a moment of presence. I am a life coach, and being a life coach, that means taking radical responsibility for me, my emotions, and how I show up. And that way, I can help other people take accountability for what they want in their life. And, the other day I was listening to some different music, and the new Taylor Swift Anti Hero song came on. So, shout out to Taylor Swift. Um, and what I'm noticing about certain music is that it's really starting to talk about our own responsibility for our emotions and how we're showing up in life. So that is what we are going to dive in today and talk about. Uh, so, life coaching, what the heck is it and why do I do it? To me, life coaching is about helping people with a plan, with a strategy that's going to help them improve their life and get them where they want to be. It's helping them move forward. Hey, Keith. Thanks for being here. It's helping them move forward so that they can find that life that they want and break through the walls that have been put up, whether it's from, things that have happened in their life, whether it's the people in their life, old beliefs that no longer serve them, but knock those walls down so that they can have the life that they want. The reason why I talk about chaos a lot and overwhelm, because so many people, especially in today's world, so many people are talking about the chaos in the world. And the world is just a crazy place to be. And we all know this, and we've been through it the last few years. And calming the chaos is not going away. The chaos is here to stay. It always is. And the beauty is that all things are created from chaos. You plant a seed in the ground, it's the darkness, and there's a bunch of stuff that happens with the soil that makes the seed grow. You nurture it, you water it, and it grows. That's coming from the darkness. So there's light coming from the darkness, there's calm coming from the chaos, and it's all intertwined. And so when we learn to accept that and understand it, that's when we can move forward. So I think I got way off track. Let's get into our moment of presence, and then we're going to really dive in. So, as you know, we're going to take a big deep breath. We're going to hold it for 3 seconds, and then we're just going to give out an exhale. Don't close your eyes if you're driving or in somewhere unsafe. All right, so big deep breath in. Just hold it and exhale. This time I want you to think about all the heavy energy inside, and I want you to think about it coming up as you inhale, okay? So inhale. You can feel the energy coming up, and then I want you to just exhale it out. And that's when we give it back. We give it back to Earth, Mother Earth. We give it back to the universe, and we just bless it and send it on its way. So another deep breath in. Think of it as sunshine coming in. And then exhale. Being present, being able to be present with yourself is truly an art. It's a privilege, and it's something that is going to open up everything that you want for yourself. When I talked about the walls that we put up, when we put those walls up and we block the things that would normally be coming our way, we're not allowing what we want. So we put it out to the universe, to God, to source, whatever your flavor of the divine is. Thank you, Steve. But if we block it, it's all there. It just can't get to us. So going back to Taylor Swift and Anti-Hero, I love the fact when she said, I'll stare at the sun, but never in the mirror. Some part of the lyric like that. And how many of us wake up, wash our face, brush our teeth? Are we really looking in the mirror and seeing ourselves? Are we really checking in with ourselves? How do we feel today? What's going on with ourselves today? What feelings and emotions are bubbling up today? And then the key is not squishing them down back deep inside, but welcoming them out. And so when I heard this song, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good, because she's talking about facing those demons. And I don't even call them demons, because they're part of you. And the other thing that, you know, she does it because it, I don't know, it rhymes. It's a good lyric with, you know, I'm the problem. It's not a problem. We are who we are. And we can't look at ourselves as a problem, or that different parts of us are problems. They're just us. We are who we are. And the more we accept ourselves for who we are and understand how to manage the different aspects of ourselves, that's when we can say that we have self-mastery. And that's when you have a life-changing moment. Because again, you're taking radical responsibility for who you are and how you show up. You know, something happened yesterday that kind of knocked me a little bit. And what's interesting is I was vulnerable. I reached out, and being vulnerable doesn't mean that you're weak. It just means that you reached out to kind of work through things in your mind and process, because I knew that I was going into a situation where I wanted to show up at my best. And so I was able to reach out, and thank you, Shay, for listening. And I was able to process. So when I walked back into a situation, I came as my best self. And I didn't bring any negative energy into the situation. I was able to process it, clear it out, and move forward. But I knew I needed to kind of talk it out with someone. And sometimes we need that, not for someone else to fix us, but just to have somebody listen. That's all. Just listen. And yes, sometimes hearing a different perspective is amazing. So, you know, don't wait. This is, and I watched a crazy show the other night. And at the end, one of the last scenes was, well, I can't really tell you that because I'll spoil it. But anyway, a lot of times we face these kind of things in our last moments, the things that we wish we would have done, the things that the way we would have shown up in different situations. Don't wait till your last moment. Master yourself now. Not later, not go, oh, that's why I was that way. I accept myself now. Don't wait till then. Do it now so that you can have the life you want now. Not somewhere in the future or when it's the last moment and it's too late. Do it now. Take a really good look at yourself in the mirror and really see you and embrace it, because you're unique. There's nobody like you anywhere on earth, not exactly like you. And so whatever had to happen to create you in this moment, who you are right now, that's what all that was for, was to bring you right where you are now so you can start making some different choices if you want different things happening. You don't have to stay stagnant. You don't have to stay stuck. You just have to shift or course correct. And that's it. But sometimes that is the hardest part, is really seeing the things that we don't want to see in the mirror. And here's a little secret. If you really want to understand the parts of you that you really don't like, think of the people that you have a hard time getting along with or you really don't like spending time with, and use them as your mirror. Because more times than not, the people we don't get along with, the people that we don't appreciate spending time with, it's because there's something in them that reminds us of ourselves. And so if you have a hard time finding and figuring out what it is about you that you need to address, then you can do it that way too. But it's all about the reflection. So, my friends, look into the sun. Look into the mirror and see yourself shining. No matter what is shining bright, right back at you. Embrace it. Don't shield yourself from it, because the more you shield, the bigger it gets. So, if you haven't heard the song, please go listen to it, because it's fun with the realization. The video is it's kind of funny. But I'm really glad to see that artists today are bringing this to the forefront, and they're putting out some really good songs about self-reflection and self-mastery. So there's a lot of really good stuff happening out there. So we started at 12:30 today because 1 o'clock just seemed to be not as a popular time. So we're going to move things back to 12:30. It kind of feels good. It's lunchtime. So Keith, thank you for being here. Everyone else that joined us today, thank you. Those that will watch in the playbacks, don't forget to like and subscribe this video. That way you'll get more content from me and you'll be able to dive into yourself, get more tricks and tips about that. And also, if this video resonated with you, if the information today gave you something to think about, and you know someone else that needs to hear the same message, share it. Send them, to the page, to the Facebook page, mokshagrace.com. We can all help each other, but it does take a village. It takes a community. We all need each other. We do. Good, bad, and indifferent. So every day you have a choice on how you want your day to go. Make it a good one. And I will see you next week at 12:30.